What if the greatest love story you ever heard was one that nobody believed? In a small town in America, there lived a young woman named Emma. She had always believed in true love. And then, one summer, she met Daniel. Daniel was kind, quiet, and always made her laugh. They spent their evenings walking through the town, talking about their dreams and imagining the life they would build together. They promised each other something simple. No matter what happened, they would never forget each other. But life had other plans. When Daniel was 18, he had to leave town to join the military. The night before he left, he met Emma at the old train station. He held her hand and said, "Wait for me. I'll come back." Emma smiled through her tears. "I'll be here." The next morning, Daniel left. For the first few months, everything seemed fine. Emma received letters from him almost every week. He wrote about how much he missed her. He wrote about the little house they would someday have. And in one letter, he even wrote, "One day, I'll come home and ask you to marry me." Then suddenly, the letters stopped. 1 week passed. Then another. Months went by. Emma waited. She checked the mailbox every morning. Nothing. People in town began telling her to move on. They said Daniel was probably never coming back. Some even told her that she was wasting her life waiting for someone who might already be gone. But Emma refused to forget him. She kept every letter he had sent. She kept the small silver necklace he had given her. And every year, on the anniversary of the day he left, she returned to the old train station. Years passed. 10 years. 20 years. 30 years. The little town changed. People grew older. Buildings disappeared. New families moved in. But Emma still had Daniel's letters. She never married. She never stopped believing that somewhere in the world, Daniel was still alive. Then, almost 40 years after he left, something unbelievable happened. An elderly man arrived in town. He was carrying an old leather suitcase. His hair was gray. His face was covered with wrinkles. But around his neck was a familiar silver necklace. It was Daniel. He had survived the mission that everyone thought had killed him. For years, he had been unable to return home. And when he finally came back, he searched for only one person. Emma. He found her at the old train station. The exact same place where they had said goodbye. Emma looked at him. For a moment, she couldn't believe her eyes. Then Daniel whispered, "Emma." She began to cry. Daniel stepped closer and said, "I'm sorry I took so long." Emma smiled through her tears. "You came back." They stood there holding each other while the years between them seemed to disappear. The people who had once laughed at Emma's hope couldn't believe what they were seeing. Two young lovers had become two elderly people. But their feelings had never changed. A few months later, Emma and Daniel finally got married. It wasn't the wedding they had imagined when they were 18. It was much smaller, but it was filled with something far more important. A lifetime of waiting. Their story taught everyone something simple. True love isn't always about being together every day. Sometimes it's about believing in someone when everyone else tells you to give up. Sometimes love has to survive distance, time, silence, and even doubt. Because when two hearts truly belong together, years may pass, life may change, and the whole world may stop believing. But love can still remember the way home. And that is why their story became known as the greatest love story nobody believed was real.
If you enjoyed this true story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon for more amazing history stories.